Kia is making good on its commitment to introducing more electric vehicles to aid worldwide EV uptake. We're here at the brand's inaugural EV Day to witness the launch of not one, not two, but 3 new electric vehicle models. Let's go take a look. The 3 new small to medium EVs are designed to bring the cost of owning a Kia electric vehicle down. These models you see span between $35,000 and $50,000 USD. That's roughly 54,500 Australian dollars to $78,000 Australian. This model here is a new Kia EV5. This is a production-ready model, mid-size SUV, sized roughly equivalent to the Kia Sportage. Now this model is designed to meet the needs of young families. It's built on the eGMP platform and offered in standard, long-range and long-range all-wheel drive variations. Powertrain details are not locked in for Australian markets just yet, but the model will be produced in South Korea and China. Aussie spec cars are understood to hail from the latter, which means it could get up to an 88 kilowatt LFP battery, which powers a dual motor all-wheel drive system with up to 230 kilowatt outputs. So you can see at the front that this car has adopted much of the styling language that we've already seen on the Kia EV6 and EV9. This up front here, you've got a full width light bar and a tiger nose grille, which is specifically adapted to an EV application. Here is the star lamp headlight array, which is unique to this new model as well. Its tall glasshouse looks straight out of the EV9's playbook, though toned down to size dimensions that sit on par with the Kia Sportage. There's also design highlights such as a set of accentuated rear haunches, a floating C-pillar, and an unfussy rear bar treatment with an integrated full-width lighting display. Inside the car we can see a bench-like front seat, which is only offered in China spec models. However, the car does get twin 12.3-inch displays with a connected car navigation cockpit infotainment system, which supports over-the-air updates. For better or worse, buttons are also kept to a minimum, with the car instead using touch displays. Though it sits on the eGMP architecture, this car will use a 400-volt charging technology with charging speeds in excess of 120 kilowatts. Kia is targeting a 530 km WLTP range with this model in its most efficient specification. This car is expected for Australia late next year, though finer details around timing are still to be confirmed. Next up, we've got the Kia EV3. Now this is a light SUV that carries much of the design language that we've already seen on the Kia EV9, but in a more compact body style. It too uses the opposites united styling language, though it looks a lot more futuristic in this design. This car carries the Tiger Nose EV-specific design front fascia and then ends up with asymmetrical body lines along the side, and then finally with big boxy fenders on the rear end. This car will be based on the same eGMP underpinnings as the other models released at Kia's EV Day. That means a 400-volt charging capability and Kia's handy vehicle-to-grid and vehicle-to-load systems too. Kia's EV3 concept is expected to become the most affordable electric vehicle option to date from their manufacturer, a compact SUV similar in size to the Mazda CX-3 and Ford Puma. The interior uses new biomaterials such as mushroom root-derived fibers for interior panels and fabrics. There's also functional aspects too, such as a console table between the 2 front seats which can adapt and move to afford more bench or storage space. This car is expected in 2024, and what's better, Kia says it also plans a high-performance version down the line too. Finally, we end with a Kia EV4. Now this is a sporty sedan with a difference. It adopts a bit more of a SUV-like body style and different cladding around the sides, and it reminds us of the Polestar 2 and Tesla Model 3. Kia says this design evolves the traditional sedan body style with sporting characteristics and an SUV-like glasshouse. At the front end, we've got a low, sleek front fascia with headlights at the extreme ends of the front face here. Again, it will use the same eGMP platform which enables vehicle-to-load and vehicle-to-grid capabilities, but it will use a 400-volt charging architecture like the other Kia EV Day reveals. But some of the most interesting design is found at the back. This car has an elongated rear end with an accentuated boot design. It's also got a technical roof spoiler, and you can see vertical taillights right on the edges of the car. The car will get digital screens and a minimised instrument panel so the driver can focus solely on driving. This Kia EV4 concept is expected to make production debut in 2025 following the launch of the EV3 and EV4. These 3 models will form the basis for Kia's plan to sell 1 million global electric vehicles by 2026, and it further reduces the barrier to entry for Kia's electric vehicles. Which of these new Kia EV models is your favourite? Let us know in the comments below and read the full story on Drive.com.au.